$7,000 becoming a Pilates instructor, and to be honest, I think people have no idea what they're signing up for. In this video, I am breaking down exactly where that money went, where every dollar was spent, what the training is really like, and the hidden costs that absolutely no one talks about, financially, mentally, and physically. If you're thinking about getting started, this is everything that I wish that I knew before I even got started. Let's talk about getting mat certified. When it comes to Pilates, you don't have to only be comprehensively certified. That means being certified in mat, reformer, Cadillac, tower, chair, barrel, all of the apparatuses. But let's say you're like, you know what? I only want to be a mat Pilates queen. That is it. You can do that. It will take you 134 hours to do. I cannot give you a correct answer for this because each state varies. Some states might be cheaper than others. So I took most of my classes in the state of Georgia, and to me, those prices were a little bit lower than a state like New York. In Georgia, classes range basically from about $500 to about $650. In New York, my highest price class was $900. Even the $900 class, because it was 3 days, in Georgia it is $700. So just keep in mind that each state might be a little bit different in dollars. So to be mat certified takes you about 134 hours. You have 3 mat classes, mat 1, mat 2, mat 3, and then you also have anatomy and movement principles. So your range can kind of be anywhere from $3,000 plus. And I'm doing the math in my head, so I'll try to put it on the screen for you guys so it could be like more of a clear idea. Then there's mat and reformer. Mat and reformer is going to be 332 hours together. I don't think you can be only reformer certified. I believe you can be mat certified or mat and reformer. Mat and reformer is going to be a total of 8 classes. 332 hours. It is Reformer 1, Reformer 2, Reformer 3, Anatomy and Movement Principles. So that's 5 classes. In total, it should be about this much. That's what I was doing at first. I was like, you know what? I only want to do mat and reformer. I don't care to do the rest. Actually, I did care to do the rest, but I kind of wanted to be done so I could just start getting out there first and then come back. But then I was like, why would I do that? And then I had a couple of other instructors that were like, yeah, no, go straight for it. And I'm happy I did because I actually love tower and I actually love Cadillac and I actually love the chair. So I'm happy that I just went straight full force for it and didn't even think about it and just, it took me longer. Then you have comprehensive instructor training. That is what I decided to do. That is 520 total hours. Now, when I saw that number, I was like, 500 what? That sounds like a lot. That sounds like way too much for me, but I'm happy that I did it. Obviously, I had already finished 8 classes, so I was like, okay, I just gotta finish the rest, and then it adds up. It is so easy to complete that it's like a no-brainer. That was very expensive. That is a huge chunk of the $7,000. And then I had to get CPR certified. I did an online program and then I also went in person. But for the online certification, it was really inexpensive, you guys. I paid $12.95. I recommend you going in person because these are people's lives. And if you're gonna be certified, you might as well do it the right way, okay? A lot of times there are places in the area that have an in-person certification program. You need insurance. So it is to protect you. It is important for you to have your own insurance. A lot of studios won't even let you come there to practice unless you have your own insurance. So that should tell you something in itself. But again, it is to protect you. So I have Next Insurance. I pay $16.74 per month, $16.74 per month. And then I got general liability. I believe you can pay all at one time, but I am paying monthly studio hours. Because one thing that I didn't mention in studio hours is you also need to get personal hours. The way that you need to get your hours is personal hours, observation hours, and teaching hours. And the amount of hours per each apparatus differs. So for chair, you might need only 15 personal, 15 observation, and 15 teaching. But for a reformer, you might need 90 teaching, 30 personal, and 30 this. You know what I'm saying? But each one differs. But you, my friend, you have to pay for all of those hours, right? All your personal hours. So that means when you're going to take a class, that needs to come out of your pocket. That adds up because we know Pilates is expensive. So when I'm taking Cadillac or a chair, those are only given one-on-one, so each class is going to cost you about $70. I would say that also goes into hidden expenses as well, because you don't expect that unless you are already teaching at a studio and you have the opportunity to use the studio during your free time. Then yes, you can probably like, you know, hang out with one of the other instructors and have them like teach a class to you and vice versa. So that's kind of how we get past like the hidden cost, which is why I kind of forgot about it. That adds up. When it comes to observation or just the teaching hours, a lot of times this will be free for the most part. Some studios will try to come up with a way where they are kind of charging you to get observation hours or to get teaching hours. Now, I thought that was normal because the studio in my state that was doing that seemed to be the norm. There weren't many studios that were offering the option to even have like teaching hours or even offer that. So I remember speaking to some of the people in New York and I was like, oh yeah, they charged us like, you know, they charged us like, I think it was $600 per month. And they all looked at me like,
they do what now?
I'm like, yeah, they charge you. And at first it seemed like a good opportunity because I went to a couple of studios and asked them, do they do teaching hours or observation hours? And they all seemed a little squeamish and weird. So when I'm hearing like, oh, maybe I try to pay for it, that's just normal. That's not normal, apparently. In my world and what I've heard from other professionals, you shouldn't be getting charged for observation hours or teaching hours. But again, I guess everyone got their own thing. So. Travel and accommodations. Again, if you are traveling out of state for anything, that is a part of my $7,000. I went to 2 classes in New York, so I had to pay for my own flight. And then again, I told you the classes in New York cost a whole lot more. Whether it's $200, $300, or $400, it costs more. Again, I have to eat, I have to take the train. Thankfully, my mom lived in New York at the time, so therefore I was able to stay with my mom. And then again, I'm from New York, so to me, taking a train from the Bronx to Manhattan, it was nothing. It's like, oh, it's like back in the days when I was going to corporate or going to work. So for me, that was my norm. Again, if you are flying anywhere, take into account your Ubers, take into account your flights, take into account all those things, because that will be added into your $7,000 or into your overall total. Another thing that you will probably pay for a lot in your Pilates journey is you will kind of pay for workshops. This is a career where you are constantly continuing your education. There are new things being taught, there are new discoveries, there are better ways to do things. This community, this career will constantly be evolving. So every year, there will be workshops. You'll choose which ones you want to be a part of. There'll be conventions. Those all go into the cost. I think I went to one workshop. It was a Pilates for Athletes workshop. That in itself cost almost $600. That was here in Georgia, again, so no travel expenses. Another thing that I went to was Pilates on Tour. It's a huge convention. It's given by Balanced Body, and they do it in several states. They do it in several countries, but last year they were in Atlanta. So again, I paid for a 3-day ticket, and that was about a little over $1,000. Again, you can go for 1 day, you can go for 2 days, or 3 days. But by the time you go 2 days, the price don't make no sense. You might as well go 3 days. So I went for 3 days straight, and I paid about a little bit over $1,000. Again, I had to pay for parking, which again, that was a pretty expensive place to park. So me and Kimberly kind of like carpooled together and then Ubered down and then split the cost, and it was so much more cheaper. So again, that goes into the $7,000. But think about these things as you're doing it. There will be retreats, there'll be all these things that's only furthering your education within this field. That will be added to your total and will continuously go up as you get older and continue to grow within this career. Final exam fees. That will cost $300 just for you to put your submission in. So when you do that, well, for you to take the test, it's $300. Add that to your $7,000. And then any hidden costs or any surprise things will be from, like, if you're taking a class and it has certain tools, you might need to buy those tools. Like for Mat 3, it was Mat 3 and equipment. So I had to buy like a TheraBand and those little things, you know? So those things add up as well. But I would say outside of that, there's not much financial hidden fees. I feel like everything is kind of straight to the point in your face, and this is what it is. Manuals are included once you purchase the course. So the manuals are in it. You'll see the price. You'll see course, manual, online access. It'll line down everything of what you're getting charged each time you pay for like a course and so forth. So in conclusion, I spent $7,000 plus. I probably should be saying more so $8,000. Was it worth it? It was 100% worth it. I don't regret it, not one bit. I am still in the process of making that money back, and I know once I go full force in this, I will make it back times 50. I have big plans for what I want to do with my certification. I have big goals, big dreams. This is all a part of the process. Most people have no idea what they're signing up for. I hope this video was a guide for you. I hope this video explained to you guys what you can expect financially when it comes to becoming a Pilates instructor. Again, I can only speak for Balanced Body because that is the program that I got certified and I'm currently getting certified through. But any other program out there that you guys are curious about, ask me and I can do the research for you and I can ask around to get some deeper insight. But for the most part, that's all I know is Balanced Body. Anyways, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.